Hey guys, welcome back to the Curly Reader. My name's Amanda, and today I'm going to share with you the books I am planning to read in May. All right, so I am doing so good so far. Good so far? Whatever. With my monthly TBR. So I figured as long as they're working, we're just going to keep going with them. So it's time to do May's. So reading plans for May. Yeah, I have a lot, but not a lot at the same time. I have 5 books, 5 books that I'm going to share with you today, and then maybe some extra mood reading sort of plans as well. So as far as definitive plans, book clubs, buddy reads, that sort of thing, that's what this is going to be. So the first one I want to mention is Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. Krista from BooksAndJams is hosting a read-along of Mere Christianity, and I am one of the people that is going to be assisting her with that. Each Sunday throughout the month of May, we are going to be doing live shows to discuss the different sections within Mere Christianity. I have never read this book before, which is an atrocity. I know, but I will be the fresh eyes on the book of the group because I think everybody else in the group has read it. Everybody else is rereading it. It's my first time. I am so excited to read this. I've been wanting to read this for a very, very long time. This and Screwtape Letters. I haven't read either one of them before. So I am very excited to read this. If you are interested in joining in on the read along, I will include information about that down below in the description box. And yeah, definitely join in with us and let us know how you're doing, all that fun stuff. Join us for the lives. Those will all be on Krista's channel, who I will also link down below. All right. Book club book for the month. I am going to be joining Angie at Science Mama for her book club in May, and they are going to be reading Where the Lost Wander by Amy Harmon. I'm very excited for this. This has to do with like Oregon Trail time frame, I think. It's historical fiction. That's the only thing I know about it, and it has really good reviews. Everybody who reads it loves it, and yeah, that's all I know. So I'm excited to read this one with Angie, and I will link her book club group, all of that stuff, and her book club choice announcements down below as well. All right, and then I have a buddy read. I actually have 2 buddy reads planned. The first of which is A Fall of Marigolds by Susan Meisner. I'm going to be reading this with Tia from Tia and All the Books. So we are going to be reading this Susan Meisner. This is dual timeline. It has to do, or it's set in September of 1911. It has to do with is it the shirtwaist fire? Something like that. The Triangle Shirtwaist Fire. Hey, there you go. I didn't do too bad there. That happened during that time span. And then also September 2011 on Manhattan's Upper West Side. There's a timeline there as well. So maybe, does it have to do with, yeah, something about the collapse of the World Trade Center? Yeah. So we are planning on reading that in May together, and I'm excited. I have only ever read one Susan Meisner, and I really, really, really want to read more, so I'm so excited to be doing that with her. The other buddy read that I have planned is that I'm going to be reading Firekeepers Daughter by Angeline. I don't remember. It's up here. I'm so sorry. But I'm going to be reading that with one of my subscribers. So I'm excited to do that as well. If you're ever interested or ever want to do a buddy read with, all these books that I haul and things like that, books you see on my shelves, just let me know. I am always game to set something up. So yeah, I am going to be reading that this month. I'm excited to get into that. And then the last thing that I have is, Chantel at An Intentional Life does Read Your Bookshelf Challenge, and the challenge this month is to read a book that you should have read in high school. And so this is kind of out of the box. This is not going to be on most people's list, but I'm going to be reading the Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver. And the reason I'm reading this is because this was actually my summer reading assignment for AP English senior year, and I never read it. I have a paper that I wrote about it. I found the paper I wrote about it, never read the book. So I'm going to be reading this because this was actually assigned to me, and it's kind of a thick one, but I'm excited to read it because I've heard really good things about it. This has to do with a missionary in 1959 in Congo, in Africa, and like their experiences going in to Congo as missionaries. I think. I don't I don't really know what this is about other than it's set in Africa. We had 3 books that we were supposed to read. I read one. I read The Heart of Darkness. I did not read Poisonwood Bible, and I did not read Things Fall Apart. They were all set in Africa. And so we had to write a paper about like comparing and contrasting that. And yeah, so I'm gonna be reading this one though because I own it and I've been wanting to read it for a while. I know my mom like still holds out some resentment because she read it when I was in high school so that we could discuss it together, and then I never read it. I was the kid who was really bad about reading books that I was supposed to read for school. Like, I remember reading Heart of Darkness, and I remember reading Huckleberry Finn, and that's about it. Like, I don't think I read a single other book that I was supposed to read. Yeah, I was that kid. So anyway, so those are the definitive books that I am planning on reading. I also have a bunch of middle grade books that I still have out from my library from middle grade March that I really want to get to. I really want to get to these books. And so I have a bunch of them out. I also want to start making some more progress with some of my NetGalley books. So those are all like future releases. So I would like to make some progress with that too. So those are going to be my 2 like priorities, like other than these 5 books. So I have these 5 books, and then I have my middle grade library books that I currently have out, and then I have my NetGalley selections. So that's kind of where my TBR, the direction my TBR is going in this month. If you have read any of these, I would love to hear your comments about them down below. I know some of them are really well loved. Some of them are new releases. I am so excited to read all of them, but it's also a lot. Sometimes when I see like a bunch of adult books in a stack, I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. You give me 30 middle grade books and I'm gravy, but I don't know. So anyway, and then my in-person book club, we have not chosen our book for the month for May. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do yet. So I'll have that one also. But anyway, all right, that's it. This was a short one, but I hope that you enjoyed this. Like I said, if you have read any of these, let me know what you're going to be reading in May as well. All those fun things. You know, I like to chat books with you down in the comments. And other than that, I hope you join us for Mere Christianity for sure. I will link the info for that below. And I hope that you stick around and subscribe. Until next time, see ya.